Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
I'm Tad Flakey.
I'm Lilibet Flakey.
And this is Pointless Global News. On today's show, the Food and Drug Administration recalls Boner Bear honey.
Then, a Florida Airbnb guest is accused of urinating on all of the furniture.
Next, police charge a quadruple amputee professional cornhole player with shooting a man while driving his Tesla. That believe it or not story is coming later. But first, a supplement marketed to make your sex life sweeter is being voluntarily recalled due to potentially dangerous undeclared ingredients. According to the FDA, Pure Vitamins and Natural Supplements LLC of Tampa, Florida, where else, is voluntarily recalling several products designed to improve intimacy. FDA laboratory analysis confirmed that products Red Bull Extreme and Blue Bull Extreme contain sildenafil, which is not listed on the product label, and Boner Bear honey contains both unlisted sildenafil and tadalafil. Sildenafil and tadalafil are the active ingredients in the prescription drugs Viagra and Cialis, used to treat erectile dysfunction. Viagra and Cialis are restricted for use under a prescription and the supervision of a licensed healthcare professional. These undeclared ingredients may interact with prescription drugs for treating diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and heart disease, potentially lowering blood pressure to dangerous levels. These products are marketed as sexual enhancement honey products and are packaged in plastic tubes of single servings. Customers should contact their healthcare provider if they have experienced any problems that may be related to this product. At the time of this podcast, Pure Vitamins and Natural Supplements have not received any reports of adverse events related to this and the recall date. And I was thinking, since you're always kind of loosely associating me with a bear.
Yes.
And I like honey, right?
Yes.
Well, maybe I should go for this product.
I don't have anything to say about that, but I am going to say that they got away with it because the Food and Drug Administration does not regulate food or supplements. So they thought they could get away. No, it's not regulated the way drugs are. It's not regulated the way drugs are. You can buy a vitamin in one store or a supplement in one store, and they can have totally different things or nothing. Nobody knows what percentage of the chemical that supposedly works in these supplements. But I'm glad they got caught because somebody could have really gotten hurt with this. And
totally unrelated to this, but you kind of wonder why RFK Jr. didn't jump in, because you think this is something that he would like for us to use.
Yeah, but he wouldn't want to admit that he or anyone else has problems that need Viagra or Cialis. So,
right.
A Pensacola, Florida woman has been arrested for allegedly peeing on and damaging furniture items in 2 local Airbnbs. Here we go in Florida again, right? According to arrest documents from the Pensacola Police Department, an Airbnb owner filed a criminal mischief complaint on March 15th regarding damage made to her rental property. The owner told officers that someone sent her a message on the Airbnb app claiming her then-current guest, identified as 31-year-old Nicolette Keogh, had peed on multiple items in the unit. Later, the owner allegedly found a video on an adult content website that showed a woman peeing in the unit and causing damage. The owner documented the damage with photos and reported a strong odor of urine in the residence, according to Pensacola police. She reportedly found that an antique Royal Crown chair, rug, typewriter, 4 dining room chairs, coffee maker, bed, TV, record player, toaster, and electric fireplace needed to be replaced, amounting to $3,980 in damage. The responding officer then arrested Keogh and charged her with damage to property and criminal mischief. A police report said that Keogh allegedly peed on other items at other Airbnbs owned by the same person on the same street. The owner found that a vase, green rug, accent wall, chair, and tiger rug were also peed on, causing another $1,375 in damage, according to the police report. Now, I have to laugh because we stayed at an Airbnb with our cute little doggie.
I was going to mention that.
And as soon as she thought we had gone to bed, actually, you were at work that night. As soon as she thought I had gone to bed, she jumps up on the couch and pees.
Yeah.
And I don't know why she did that, except she probably smelled a strong odor of pee on the couch.
I'm pretty sure it had happened before.
It had. And they did allow pets, obviously, but she never does that or never did that, God rest her little soul, in our home. But she certainly thought it was okay for her to jump up on the sofa and let loose.
Yeah, but humans really shouldn't be doing that.
No, they really shouldn't be doing that.
It's excusable for a dog, though.
Yes.
Finally, a 27-year-old professional cornhole player with no arms and no legs has been charged with first-degree murder. Witnesses say that he shot a man in the passenger seat of his Tesla, drove away with the body, dumped it in a yard 10 miles away, and then it appears his car fled to Virginia after dropping him off at a nearby hospital. Law enforcement remains unable to answer the rather significant, obvious question of how any of this could possibly happen. Dayton James Weber of La Plata is a quadruple amputee who lost all 4 limbs to a blood infection as an infant. He went on to become the first person with his condition to compete professionally in the American Cornhole League, appearing even on ESPN, and winning 2 Maryland state championships. So this guy really had his game going on. On Sunday night, though, according to the Charles County Sheriff's Office, he added first-degree murder to his ever-growing list of accomplishments that no one can really fully explain. The incident began around 10:15, or rather 10:25 in the evening on La Plata Road, where Weber was driving a Tesla SUV with 3 passengers. According to the 2 backseat witnesses, an argument broke out, at which point Weber, the driver, who again does not have arms, shot front seat passenger Bradrick Michael Wells, age 27, of Waldorf in the head. Weber then pulled over and asked the 2 surviving passengers to help drag Wells out of the car. They declined this invitation, got out, and flagged on the police instead. Weber then drove off with the body still in the vehicle. Nearly 2 hours later, a resident on Newport Church Road in Charlotte Hall, Maryland, called 911 to report that there was a dead man in their yard. Wells was pronounced dead at the scene. Detectives tracked Weber's Tesla to Charlottesville, Virginia, roughly 120 miles from Charlotte Hall. Weber himself was located at a nearby hospital where he was receiving treatment for an unspecified medical issue. He was arrested by police upon his release and charged with fugitive from justice. He is currently awaiting extradition to Charles County, where he'll face charges of first-degree murder, second-degree murder, and whatever else the state's attorney can think of while staring at the case file and quietly murmuring, how did any of this possibly happen? The Charles County Sheriff's Office has not explained how Weber operated the vehicle. They have not explained how he fired a weapon. They have not explained how he pulled over, attempted to solicit help disposing of a body, drove another 10 miles, deposited said body in a residential yard, then somehow his car navigated to a different state after dropping him off at a hospital. Spokesperson Diane Richardson told reporters there's no evidence to suggest anyone else was involved in the shooting and that he acted alone, which answers the question that nobody asked while elegantly sidestepping every other question everyone did ask. This is not, should it be noted, of course, that this is not the first interaction with traffic law that Weber has had. He has a prior arrest for impaired driving in St. Mary's County in Maryland, during which he struck a police car and a building. No one appears to have asked how the hell that happened either. Meanwhile, the American Cornhole League has been enjoying a moment of its own. ACL Commissioner Stacey Moore recently renewed the league's broadcast deal with ESPN and launched an international federation with the goal of making cornhole an Olympic sport by 2032. You know, they have Other sports that seem even less possible, so I guess it could happen. The league currently features 256 professional players, team licensing deals at $25,000 a pop, and one member now facing a homicide charge that doubles as a physics problem. Weber, for his part, wrote an essay for NBC's Today Show describing his journey from childhood illness to professional athlete. I went from overcoming a serious blood infection and undergoing a quadruple amputation as a baby to becoming a professional athlete as an adult, he wrote. He did not at the time mention any plans to become the most logistically confusing murder suspect in Maryland history. Anyone with information about the case is asked to call Detective R. Johnson. Anyone with information about how any of this was at all physically possible is presumably also welcome to call, though the department has not said so explicitly. So just to clarify what I saw as I was putting the podcast together and reading up on this story, this person actually has his upper arms. He's only missing his forearms, but still, even with that, it's amazing what he was able to accomplish in cornhole, and perhaps even more amazing that he committed this murder allegedly. And the story just was too hard to pass up.
Well, I just have one word to explain it: prosthetics.
Yeah.
There are amazing prosthetics out there that he could use to play cornhole. He could use them to shoot a gun. He could drive a car. So if you think about that, it's not impossible to believe that he could have done all of these things with a very good set of prosthetics.
I'm pretty sure he did. I mean, I'd be amazed if he didn't. And that really makes sense of it. But that wouldn't make for as good a story either.
No, it wouldn't. What do you just imagine him like flipping him off of the stump that he has on his arms? But that wouldn't explain how he could commit a murder. They said shooting a gun, right? So he would need to have something. And some of the hand prosthetics are so good now, and they give you sensitivity to how much pressure you can use to open jars, pull a trigger on a gun. So, I think it is possible. Again, prosthetics.
We will leave it at that. And that's going to be a wrap for another Pointless Global News. Be sure to join us wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Tad Flakey.
I'm Lilibet Flakey.
Stay pointless, my friend.